Hello and welcome to the Ladies European Tour and to the home of golf, Scotland, the land of locks and links. And it's the now familiar home of Dundonald Links that plays host for the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open, a $2 million co-sanctioned event between the LET and LPGA. The par 72 Carl Phillips design layout attracting the very best, including three of this year's major champions and the world number one, Nelly Korda, the American making her Women's Scottish Open debut. While many eyes will be on Lottie Woad, the Englishwoman in her first tournament as a pro, hot on the heels of a win in Ireland and coming close in Evian, is another trophy on the way. Excellent scoring conditions on day one, low winds and blue skies. For Charley, it was more about getting back to full fitness after collapsing and pulling out of Evian with a virus. Even at 80%, a sign of her class that she can still do this.
Oh, look at this. Great shot from Charley Hull.
Nelly Korda arrived after a week in her ancestral home of Czechia, and Grandma's cooking proved to be the perfect prep.
Wow. It's just a short game masterclass.
This part of a round of 4 under. Minjee Lee's putting has been a revelation this season, as the spectators at Dundonald Links can testify. The Aussie, another who took a week off before this tournament, in her own words, eating herself around London, and she was enjoying her greens in Scotland. The three-time major champion 4 under. Pro golf seemed to come easy to Lottie Woad. In a group containing Korda and Hull, she went lowest. 6 birdies and a single bogey in a 67. The Englishwoman just one shot back, Woad stealing the limelight. Nuria Iturrio's another at 5 under. The Spaniard enjoys this course, a top 10 finish in 2024, and she finished her round in style. The ever-smiling Spaniard in a share of second. Her name is Rio, and she's avoiding all the sand. Rio Takeda, that is, the leading rookie on the LPGA Tour this year, missing the bunkers and firing at the flags. The Japanese star, who picked up her maiden LPGA win in March, another with the 67. Leona Maguire picked up an early hole-in-one at Evian on her way to a top 10 and holed out in Scotland for an eagle on her opening hole of the week. Luckily, she also saved some good golf for when the cameras were up and running. The Irishwoman bogey-free and yet another 5 under. All behind Charlotte Lafar, the story of the day. After more than 4.5 years out and 2 children delivered, she led in just her 5th tournament back. A brilliant round of 66 and a one-shot lead. With her husband on the bag, she led the field of the year at the end of the first day. Lafar, formerly known as Charlotte Thompson, afterwards putting the game into perspective.
Golf is a lot of people's lives out here, but my children are my life, so this has become more of a working hobby, I suppose you could say, so I've just got to enjoy every moment. I don't know how long I'm going to do it for, we'll see how it goes, but the kids are the be-all and end-all, and golf is just, I've got to show them how I used to play.
The wind increased and the cloud rolled over, day 2 proving to be tougher conditions. Lauren Coughlan's hopes of retaining her title, something yet to be done in this tournament, remain just about on. The American with a 71 to follow her opening round of 3 under. To sit 4 under overall, she would need a big weekend. Ina Yoon's another LPGA rookie catching the eye this week. She had 4 birdies in 5 holes around the turn as the Korean fired a 67 to go 7 under for the tournament to leave her in a tie for 6th. Hyoju Kim produced the unlikeliest birdie of the day at the 18th, hardly in position A after her approach. She chipped it in. Part of a round of 66, the second best of the day. Not the only Korean with short game magic at the 18th, Se-Young Kim showing off her major winning skills as she chipped in for eagle in a 67. Without a win for almost 5 years, she was 9 under and 3 back. Nelly Korda did what Nelly Korda does, land birdies. The world number one with 7 of them and just 1 drop shot in an eye-catching knock, a 66 and 10 under par. Level with Nana Madsen. The Dane enjoys the links, 5th in this event back in 2020 and at the Women's Open at Carnoustie a year later, and she was nailing the putts at Dundonald Links another with a 66. But out ahead was Lottie Woad. Rarely has a player stamped their authority on pro golf so quickly as she moved 2 clear at the halfway stage. A 65, the best of the day, all aspects of her game working nicely, 12 under. Korda and Madsen shared second, while day 1 leader Lafart couldn't keep the momentum. She missed the cut. Woad out ahead, and she puts her seamless start to pro life down to her experience in majors.
I think I've played in 6, 7 majors now, so I've had all that experience, and obviously the LET event too, so it wasn't really new things, I guess, so kind of knew how to deal with it all.
A mild day with low wind, Scotland continued to smile on the players as the third round got underway. But the world number 1 couldn't kick on as she hoped. Just 2 birdies on the card, not a disaster, but at 12 under overall, she'd enter the final day some 5 shots back. Hyo Kim has won on both tours this season, and the world number 10 made a move on Saturday, a 66 from the classy Korean.
Oh, fantastic.
Nana Madsen battled her way to a 67. When her approaches went wide, she nailed long putts, and when she caught her chip shots hot, the flag helped out.
That's how you slow it down. An eagle for Nana Madsen, and that is a move there.
Also on the move was Se-Young Kim, told to be more Scheffler-like by her caddy, signs she's returning to her best in a 66, also at 15 under.
And it's landed. Eagle put there for Se-Young Kim.
But Lottie Woad continued her imperious march to the top, this at the 5th, one of 3 birdies on the front 9. And there was no real let-up. Another birdie at the 10th and the 14th, and while she did bogey the 15th, just a second of the week, she was back at her pin-seeking best at 17.
Majestic by Woad. No nonsense.
It certainly was. 17 under par to keep her 2-shot lead, with Se-Young Kim joining Madsen at 15 under. Korda and Hyo Kim within touch, but it's Woad once again looking ahead for victory.
I think there's always nerves, but I mean overall I'm feeling good and just excited for the opportunity. I've got the experience from leading in Ireland and other events that I've been in, so just going to try and use that.
Stay with us to see if Woad would pick up her second LET title in her first event as a pro. Can anyone stop the Englishwoman? See you after the break. Hello and welcome back to Scotland and to Ayrshire for the final round of the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open at Dundonald Links, where Lottie Woad stands on the brink of picking up her first win in her first tournament as a pro. But it's far from a done deal. Major champions, LPGA winners and the world number 1 all looking to chase her down. Woad though with a 2-shot lead and looking untroubled. An LET and LPGA trophy up for grabs. Let's catch up with some of the early action. The weather was cold, windy and overcast. Hyo Kim began the day 3 back, so a good start was needed and delivered. That a birdie at the tricky first from the world number 10. Lottie Woad parred the first, but was soon up and running at the second. A lovely approach, so typical of her week, to set up what would be a birdie. And at the next, she was at it again. Another birdie to follow. A lovely touch from the edge of the green at the par 5 to move the Englishwoman to 19 under par. Nelly Korda also starting well. This tee shot at the 4th, the second of what would be 4 birdies in a row. The world number 1 getting off to just the start she needed. As was Nana Madsen, the second birdie of the day from the Dane at the par 3 4th to go to 17 under and remain 2 shots off the lead. Hyo-Joo Kim kept the pressure on, a birdie at 5, and this a brilliant tee shot at the 6th. And she'd go on to birdie the 7th as well. Hyo-Joo with her sights firmly set on Woad. But a bogey from the Korean at the 8th. Nelly Korda dropping one at the 7th has them back at 17 and 15 under par respectively. 3 early bogeys from Se-Young Kim, so Woad still 2 shots clear. I'm Richard Kaufman alongside Sophie Walker, and Sophie, the final 3-ball at the 9th.
Nana Madsen now 2 back, opted to hit 3-wood off the 9th, leaving herself a full wedge into this pin, downwind. Manages to get some grip.
Madsen matching Lottie Woad yesterday with a 67, albeit in a very different manner. Now Se-Young Kim, 2 over par for the round, so needs a good finish to this front 9.
Look how she chops into the back of that golf ball. Such a pure strike.
In prime position again, Lottie Woad. We've been saying that a few times about her over the last month.
And her wedges, she works in-depthly on them during practice. Likes to see it inside 2 yards, else she doesn't pass the test. Well, the hand came off the club. But if that's a bad shot, you will take it.
Yeah, her good is very good, as we've seen. Not quite like Ireland, where she kept everyone at arm's length, but the chasing pack here have been putting the pressure on, particularly Hyo-Joo Kim.
Well, Hyo-Joo has the best final round average scoring on the LPGA Tour of 68, so she is going nowhere. Point proven there. Second shot into 10, going close.
Some good crowds. It's going to be Madsen first for birdie.
Was desperate to hold that one. She was first to play, could have put the pressure on Lottie Woad, but the 30-year-old from Denmark, she goes out in 34 shots, -2.
Nelly Korda out in 33.
Trouble off the tee here for Korda, hit it left. So needing the short game to help her out there.
Which she has done many times this week. Been impressive around the greens. Now Lottie Woad, this to get to 20 under par. Stretch that lead again.
Downhill, outside right.
It's a breezy afternoon. Certainly one of the most difficult days we've had this week.
It sure is, but that should suit the Farnborough Golf Club player in Lottie Woad. Feels at home on the links.
But this for Hyo-Joo Kim to tighten it up. This to get within 1.
Oh, bingo. Look out, Lottie Woad. Hyo-Joo Kim is coming.
Well, a player that's won on both tours this season, the LPGA and LET. He's a player who also knows how to get over the winner's circle, but it's been a difficult front 9 for Se-Young Kim.
Nudge this one, left to right. Okay, out in 1 over par.
Korda to tidy up. Oh no.
Oh, that miss put on 7 is really carried on through the last few holes.
Yeah, she's missed at 7, 9 and 10 now. So a couple of bogeys, back to 13 under for Korda.
Was left here yesterday and is left again for Madsen. Frustration. Oh, and that's gone.
Well, we know she works hard to control the anger, but she's seething. Mistake again. She worked so hard on the range yesterday after finishing her round. Up to the 11th.
A short par 3, 109 yards, but it's straight into the wind. This is an 8-iron. And this is very good. Throwing darts.
She looks the business right now, Hyo-Joo Kim. Her putting has improved this year. Always strong tee to green. Just missed the fairway, but not by much here at 10, Lottie Woad.
127 yards, wind from right to left. This is pitching wedge. Oh, she seems put off by something there.
Yeah, that's the first time she's looked bothered by anything at all. Not sure if someone made a noise on her backswing. It's still on the green, but not happy.
Korda keeps the same bounce and grind on all her wedges, from playing on Bermuda to links golf courses. Not particularly happy with that one. Missed the green here yesterday as well.
Well, this is Madsen's second ball. Couldn't find the first. Got that to just walk away with a bogey 5. Worth reminding, there are 3 AIG Women's Open spots available, and Julia Lopez Ramirez leading the race. She's 3 under for the day, 10 under overall.
That curtailed follow through. She'll need that at Royal Porthcawl.
Well, suddenly this is for Hyoju Kim to join Lottie Woad at the top of the leaderboard.
2 birdies in a row on this back 9. Downhill, left to right. Lottie Woad has company. Minus 19 now for Hyoju Kim.
Yeah, bear in mind she shot 66 Thursday, 66 Friday. She is on the charge. Lopez Ramirez for birdie number 5 of the day. She's the Spanish rookie who Woad succeeded as world #1 amateur. Some talent coming through in the European game.
Breaking heavily from left to right. An outside chance for birdie on the 10th for Woad. And the Florida State Scholar, it's steady, but you would think she'd need some more birdies on this back 9.
Particularly the way Hyoju Kim's going right now, but that was a really good putt for pace. One of those that could easily 3-putt from up there, but solid enough par. Wasn't happy with something happening on her backswing there at 10, so the pars continue after those back-to-back birdies at 2 and 3.
Some tidying up to do for Nelly. Oh dear, that is another dropped shot. And the Sunday charge has hit a roadblock.
Yeah, her victory chances have all but disappeared now. 3 bogeys in 5 holes. That's a pity for Nelly Korda. Being a tough hole as well for Nana Madsen.
And if this doesn't go in, she isn't going to win the trophy either, from right to left.
So that's a double bogey for the Dane, looking ever more likely that it's down to 2 players now.
A lost ball off the tee. And it's going to be a 6.
Yeah, back to 15 under, 4 off the lead, and feeling the pain in more ways than one. Hyoju Kim and Lottie Woad now tied at the top, the major champion from Korea and the game's rising star, locked at 19 under par at the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open. Welcome back to Scotland and to the final round of the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open, where Julia Lopez Ramirez continued to impress, the Spaniard with her 3rd birdie in 4 holes at the 13th to set up a top 5 finish. Sights a little higher for Lottie Woad, but both she and her nearest rival Hyoju Kim couldn't birdie 12. Nelly Korda could though at 13. After those damaging bogeys at 10 and 11, this was much needed. This approach getting her back to 14 under par. Nine straight pars for Lottie Woad. A little frustrating for the Englishwoman on her pro debut, especially with Hyoju Kim alongside her at the top now. Woad is at the par 4 13th.
And she will have a number in her mind. Shoot in the 60s. From 130 yards, 9-iron, trying to ease across this one from left to right. Stunning golf shot, and there's the chance to grab that birdie.
Just what she needed. Here's another former world #1 amateur who's won this season on the LPGA Tour, Ingrid Lindblad.
Birdie put on 17. Gets herself to 1 under par and inside the top 20.
Nana Madsen, an awkward one here, ball above her feet.
You'll want to go left on her, so she's aiming right. Good connection. Quality shot there. Her recovery play this week has been exceptional.
Yeah, only had 26 putts yesterday. It's been a good scoring week, albeit with some poor shots along the way. It's been a good scoring week as well for Hyoju Kim. And another birdie opportunity incoming for the Korean. She's had a 2nd and 3rd place finish before at the Women's Scottish Open.
Se-young down the slope from left to right. And that's her 4th single putt in the last 5 holes.
Yeah, it takes her back to 15 under. Feels like they're all chasing 3rd place. Well, after all the great chipping we've seen from Nelly Korda, big misjudgment there. It's kind of the way the game's gone over the last half a dozen holes or so. To get back in front on her own.
To -20. She has been incredible from that 125 to 150 yards this week, averaging inside 20 feet. LPGA average is 28 feet. That shows how good Woad has been.
Yeah, having a nice little chat after that putt to her new caddy, Dermot Byrne, the Irishman on the bag this week. Korda with another dropped shot. Such high hopes after that birdie run, 4 in a row in the first half a dozen holes.
Yeah, the Olympic gold medalist will now set her sights on next week in Wales.
To complete the up and down for Madsen. Confidently done. So Hyoju Kim, this to get back tied with Woad.
Never in any doubt, the world #10 gets herself to -20.
Yeah, this is an awkward looking spot for Charley Hull at 18.
Sounded good. Oh, Nippy McNippy.
Well, it's just great to see her back in action after what happened in Evian, but it's been a good week for Charley Hull.
Woad looks like she's going for this par 5. Hybrid, 205 to the front edge. Must keep it down the right-hand side. And does. Steady. Just against the collar. You'd rather be there than left. There's a valley which takes you well below the hole.
We'll push the tee up here today at 15.
I would say it's still playing a 2-club win though, so 165 yards. You cannot be short.
Which she may well be. Hang on. Nope.
The wind just seems so much stronger on this back 9 because you are closer to the water.
Woad. Looking to get up and down here. Try and edge in front again.
Go on. That's not bad. She's found the correct level.
Well, it's extraordinary what we're seeing from Lottie Woad after the win in Ireland. The close call at Evian where she nearly won a major. Missed out on the playoff by one shot at Evian, and now here she is in a battle with Hyoju Kim for the title in Scotland.
That's well played, but the error was off the tee, leaving that one short, so she has that now left for par.
Lopez Ramirez putting together the round of the day. This though for par.
Oh, that's massive. She'd found the rough off the tee, but it's gone and parred the hardest hole on the golf course.
Stays 6 under for this final round, the Spaniard. Well, Woad's got a birdie putt to come at 14. This for par for Hyoju.
Mistake. Hyoju Kim blinks first, a bogey on this 15th hole.
So back to 19 under par. Tough 16th to come next. Woad with that birdie chance to come in a moment at 14. This could be a pivotal few moments in this tournament.
This is it right here. From right to left.
Got it. Suddenly it's a 2-shot lead. She just looks so calm, poised, in control.
Just ready to grab the moment, isn't she? I mentioned she needed a couple of birdies. Okay, I'll do that.
And bear in mind, she missed out on what? Oh, about $500,000 worth of prize money already this month. 300,000 for the winner this week.
A fairway wood into the par 4, 16th. Go on. That's not a bad leave there. There's a bunker on the left-hand side of that flag that you can't go after. Now this 15th hole. 6-iron for Lottie Woad. Her new caddy Dermot Byrne will not let her be short here. She was short on the 11th. She can't do it again. Yeah, safely aboard.
Closing in on history. Hyoju Kim. 2 back now. That's nicely played. A little bit of work left. Won the Aramco Career Championship on the LET. Also won the Ford Championship this year on the LPGA Tour.
Nana Madsen's last Ladies European Tour win came at the Czech Masters. Heavy moving from right to left, settle. Nicely done. She only parred that 14th hole par 5. A player of her length should have been expecting more.
Champion of 2017, Mi Hyang Lee, finishes with a birdie. That was the first year the event was co-sanctioned with the LPGA Tour, so she finishes at 9 under. That'll be a top 10 for the Korean.
Now this one is slick. Just breathe on it. Down the staircase.
A really good touch from Lottie Woad. Korda chipping just off the green. Well done. It's incredible in a way. 19 different winners on the LPGA Tour this year in 18 events. Nelly Korda's not one of them.
Remarkable after last year. Oh dear. 180-degree lip out. She is bubbling.
Meanwhile, up at 16, Hyoju Kim just to make sure of her par. Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming, and that is extremely significant in the context of this tournament. 3-shot lead now for Lottie Woad.
She's come undone on the hardest 2 holes on the golf course, letting Woad off there.
As long as Woad knocks this in over at 15.
She missed a shorty here yesterday. Okay, keeping the bogeys off her card, which is just as impressive as the amount of birdies that she makes out there.
21 under par, matching what was her winning score in Ireland. Well, last week it was Scotty. This week it's Lottie Woad back in position of supremacy at Dundonald Links. 3 clear, 3 to play at the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open. Welcome back to Dundonald Links on the west coast of Scotland, where Lottie Woad is back in charge of the ISPS HANDA Women's Scottish Open. 3 clear with 3 to play.
Opted for 3-wood off the tee. Has now got a 5-iron into this front left pin. Wind from right to left. And that is left. She looks nervy. That's towards the crowd, isn't it, on the left-hand side?
Yeah, there's some gorse bushes down there as well. I'm not quite sure where that's gone. In the meantime, we'll move over to 17, Hyoju Kim. Got to try and finish birdie.
From 140 yards. She likes this one. Oh, it's stuck. You'd have thought downwind from the semi-rough, that would have released towards the back pin.
She is not going to be happy when she sees that. She thinks she's hit a really good shot there. Well, that's where Lottie Woad's ball has finished. She got a gap here?
She has, but she can't necessarily go at the pin because it might take it into the bunker on the left-hand side. Oh, and that's a break.
Yeah, hit Se-Young Kim's ball. Yeah, that was going off down the slope otherwise. Also having to chip from off the green, Nelly Korda.
Left again for Korda, opting to go high.
Gonna have to tidy up again ahead of the first round in Wales.
There's some left misses. We've seen it gradually come through her game this weekend especially.
Well, Mary Liu and Paula Rito, the other 2 players who will be getting the Women's Open spots that were available this week. And in emphatic fashion, Lopez Ramirez will be joining them. Another birdie chance to come at 18.
Woad is struggling for par on 16, so this would be a welcome birdie. Never had the start line there for Hyoju.
Maybe some hope though. She say won't be aware that Woad's struggling a hole behind.
Farnham Golf Club, they'll be on the edge of their seats in that new clubhouse. And Lottie's made it slightly more nervy for them.
Yeah, a lot of family out here as well. Dad, Nick, Mum, Rachel are here. As is Grandma, who's based in Edinburgh. So just a 3rd bogey of the week, which is fairly incredible in itself. Takes her back to 20 under, the lead's back to 2.
Another one misses. Korda has not holed a putt outside of 5 feet since her early birdies in the round.
Yeah, didn't really see this coming. 5 bogeys in 11 holes. This to equal the low round of the week for Lopez Ramirez.
Come on, finish in style. Brilliant. A back 9 of 31 to shoot 65 22-year-old is going to Royal Porthcawl for the final major of the year, and it's her first top 10 on the LPGA.
Laid back off the tee.
With a hybrid, so has now got 175 yards into this back hole location. This is a 7-iron. It's downwind.
Oh, and it's an absolute stunner from Lottie Woad.
It's dogleg from right to left. Se-Yeon Kim opted for driver, so she only has wedge in her hand from the upslope. Can be bold with this one. Take it all the way. Great shot that.
Yeah, we're talking about a quality player there in Se-Yeon Kim, former Rookie of the Year, Player of the Year, #1 on the LPGA Tour rankings. Well, if she could make eagle, it would at least apply some pressure on Lottie Woad.
Well, can get there. It's got the hybrid, but you can see the ball's above her feet. She would love to try and cut this one in.
Such a smooth swing.
That's unlucky. Just hit into the upslope. If it carries onto the surface, it might release onto the green and towards the back flag there.
I think she's saying exactly that. Well, it's been a decent fight back after an unnerving start to this final round for Se-Yeon Kim. This to get to 16 under.
She's looking down that left-hand side here. Keep the pace up. Just gets herself to -16.
Yeah, good fight back. Those early bogeys, though, really put paid to her chances. It's been Hyo-Joo Kim who's been the player who's challenged Lottie Woad most. Can she find a bit of magic here? She has chipped in at this hole already this week.
A 30-yard chip from left to right. Oh, she gave it a go. Leaderboard at the back of this green, so she will know where she is standing currently. Just some unlucky bounces really on 17 and 18, and those drop shots before those last 4 holes she wishes she could have back.
It means that Lottie Woad will have this to stretch the lead.
The pace meant it didn't move back on her.
Well, it means she'll head to 18, leading by 2. Hyo-Joo Kim with a birdie look to come there as well at 18. It's a position you'd love to be in at the start of the week, but that second shot kind of deserved a birdie.
We almost gave her it, didn't we, as well? Just keep your head on here, because there is some left to right in it. Stay quiet over the ball and pick it out.
A professional debut, 71 holes, test passed with flying colours, 1 to go, and with the lead for Lottie Woad. This for eagle for Nelly Korda. Sophie, first time she's playing this event before the Women's Open. You would think that would help?
I believe so. She's also got a ball flight that suits links golf. She likes to see it come out low.
Final group on the final hole. Looking anxiously at that one. Trouble. Not necessarily what Lottie Woad wants to see. Up on the green, her namesake, Hyo-Joo Kim.
For birdie. Left edge. Oh, it's not to be. Those last 4 holes, she's been too over par for them.
And that means that Lottie Woad can afford to take a 6 down this 18th and still win. Still been a good week though.
Oh, she'd have loved 366 in a row. It has been a good week, but right now she's thinking about that last hours of golf.
Driver out.
It's a left to right wind, which is why the trouble down the right hand side comes into play. Now that looked ferocious, committed. It's perfect.
Absolutely. Long and straight. Given what Se-Young Kim did, Nana Madsen also in trouble here. Smile says it all. This for a birdie finish for Nelly Korda. A round of 71, 13 under par. It promised a lot more early on this Sunday in Scotland.
It's her 5th top 10 of the season. Looking for one win, the important one, the AIG Women's Open next week. She wants that 3rd major.
Well, both Madsen and Se-Young Kim losing their ball off the tee. So this a full shot for the Dane.
192 yards flag. Anxious look. And it's a watery grave for Madsen. It's all going wrong for the Dane.
Yeah, what a disappointing finish to a week that promised so much as well.
Well, Woad only had 175 yards to this flag. She's laid up with her 54 degree, and that's what she's got in her hand now for her 3rd. 82 yards.
Another Woad wedge special.
Incredible. It was all in the plan. The grandstand finish that this generational talent deserves.
Well, we are witnessing something very, very special indeed.
And the composure of Woad, while her playing partners are unravelling in front of her, she is mature beyond her years.
Yeah, they're showing the problems you can get into at this 18th. 6th shot here for Madsen. It's all a bit of a mess.
And this is why Lottie Woad laid up. She did not want to have the troubles of 18. Se-Young Kim needs to get this one up and down for 3rd alone. It'll come out quick from a wet sand. It's a very good golf shot under the circumstances.
Well, I would say Lottie Woad's having to be patient to wait to putt out, but this is only her 1st event as a professional. She hasn't had to be that patient to win. And she has already won a pro event, don't forget, in Ireland a couple of weeks ago on the LET. Madsen then to avoid an 8. Ouch, that is an horrific back 9. A 76. So she'll finish 6th. And she'll be seething.
And that is costly too. She is now tied 3rd with Lopez Ramirez. And that is her 20th top 10 since her win in 2020.
But it's all been about Lottie Woad, not just this week, pretty much throughout July. How about one more birdie for good measure? Unfazed, unstoppable, unbelievable from Lottie Woad. A dream professional debut from the Englishwoman.
She wins on the LPGA Tour. $300,000 and she can claim it now. Lottie Woad is a professional and she is at the top of the game.
Just the third player in LPGA Tour history to win on a pro debut after Beverly Hansen and Rose Zhang. A closing 68 giving Woad a 3-shot victory over Hyo-Joo Kim. Alice Hewson tied 10th, another encouraging week for Leona Maguire. Esther Henseleit with a closing 67. But no doubt who's grabbed the headlines in less than a month. Lottie Woad has taken the golfing world by storm. 2 wins on the LET and her first on the LPGA in her first start as a pro.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good outcome, I guess. Definitely wasn't expecting to win my first event, but I was, knew I was playing well, so just kind of hoping to contend and just played really solid today. And, it was pretty nice in the end. I could lay up on the par 5.
No real change in the order of merit. Woad has taken up LET membership with this victory and gone straight in at 16th place. Mimi Rhodes still leading the way, as she is in the Rookie of the Year race, with the British 1 and 2, Wales Darcy Harry, and Woad impressing on the biggest stage. The next generation of UK golf looks set to shine. No Gino Titigan this week, but she remains top of the Race to CME global ranking. Hyo-Joo Kim climbs from 10th to 4th, while Nelly Korda moves up to 6th. Korda remains top of the Rolex World Rankings, as she has all year, with Maya Stark the leading European despite a missed cut here. Woad already moves into the top 50. Thanks for watching as Lottie Woad proved to the world that she's already the one to watch. The Englishwoman putting down a marker ahead of the AIG Women's Open. As ever, you can stay in touch at ladieseuropeantour.com. Until next time, bye-bye for now.